Okay, this is a more detailed review of The Dark Knight Rises, where there are more spoilers, and I actually talk about how this could be connected to the JLA story that DC is working on. Now, let's get back into the story. It's 8 years. Bruce Wayne's retired. Gordon is getting tired of lying to people. He wants to tell the truth that Harvey was a killer. Um, Catwoman's going around. She's stealing stuff. Um, Mostly fingerprints from people like Bruce Wayne. Bruce wants to know what's up with that. Why does she want his fingerprints? And there he ends up meeting with Bane, who beats the living shit out of him. And Bane actually says that victory has made you weak. Because if, he didn't win against the Joker, he might have actually had a chance. That's what Bane's probably, basically saying. And I gotta say, that was an awesome fight, first off. It's a really awesome fight. We see every single move that Batman's trying to do, but it's just not working. He even turns off the lights, hoping that maybe he'll have some advantage. But Bane points out that, you know what? I was born in the dark, idiot. I will kick your ass, either way. Well, he doesn't say it like that, but he might as well have. Seriously, I have not been able to talk lately. It's been a pain in my ass. Um, and after Bane beats the flying shit out of Bruce Wayne, he blows the roof off his base, literally, and he reveals that he's actually under the vault where all the weapons that Lucius Fox has created, like the tumblers, certain types of tumblers, or like the one that we saw in the movies, and this other one with a giant, freaking machine gun cannon, um, which I thought was pretty damn awesome. And he sends Bruce Wayne into the pit, which is a giant jail cell underground. And the only way out of the jail cell is if you are able to crawl out. Um, and we learn that apparently only one person has been able to truly do it successfully, a child, which Bruce at first believes is Bane. Um, but I'll get into that later. Now let's get into the flaws, because there are several. Now I've already pointed out the Commissioner Gordon flaw and the whole building of Wayne Manor in my last video, so I won't get into that again. But here is like the bomb. No, the bomb that Bane has, he says that the bomb would go off in 5 months. And we only reach 3 months. The bomb will go off in like 20 days or 24 days. So I thought that was kind of weird. Seriously, there's no explanation. Like, of what above they said it was 5 months. Like, if they're in the middle of winter or something. I have no idea why. Also, the relationship that Bruce has with Talia al Ghul. I'm just gonna call her Talia because I can't remember her name, and we all know it's Talia. Uh, it feels really rushed. Like Bruce, barely knows her. Even Talia admits that she hasn't really seen much of Bruce. Like they don't really talk much. So I don't know what's up with that. Seriously, they talk a little bit. Bruce gives her the keys to the reactor, and apparently that's enough for them to freaking make out and talk about running away together and all that crap. I don't know. It just just felt off to me. It really bothered me. Um, the other problem was Bane's mask. Now the mask looks pretty damn awesome, but there was a major design flaw with it. When Bruce fights Bane, Bruce knows now that apparently Bane wears that mask because he was badly, beaten by a bunch of criminals inside the pit, and he wears that mask to kind of hold off the pain a little bit. Bruce just punches the mask in the tube, one of the tubes, falls off, and Talia can just put the tube back on. I think that's kind of just a design flaw there. You kind of like cover it up with something, and it's just weird that you can just rip it off if you're close enough. But hey, like it happens in the Batman comics with the Venom tubes. So I guess I had to do something involving tubes, beating Bane. The other thing is people knowing about Ra's al Ghul being a killer. Now, this is a really minor thing, and you could say that maybe people found out after Batman Begins, but I don't think they ever say anything about Ra's al Ghul after the movie's over. But in Bruce Wayne's birthday, where Ra's al Ghul shows up, it's Ra's or Raz. I'm just gonna call him Ra's, and this woman introduces Bruce to a guy posing as Ra's al Ghul. She just treats it like, oh, he's just, a brilliant man. He's a billionaire, or something like that. Seriously, people now know that he's a killer, even though everyone knows who Bane was. Just really seems off to me. But minor thing, and it could have been explained. Now, on to the really good part of it. Bane's backstory. Now, they really kind of make you wonder about this. Now, first off, they do have the whole thing with Bane being born and raised in a prison. And that, he was taught by Ra's, and he would have been maybe the leader of the League of Shadows, if not Ra's excommunicated him for reasons that we don't find out until the end. But they also kind of make us wonder about other things about Bane, though. Like the backstory of the child that escaped the prison. Now, we're first to believe that that's Bane, but if you think about that, that couldn't be Bane because Bane got his mask while still in the prison, and this child doesn't wear a mask. And we learn in the end that that's actually Talia, which I thought was very clever, kind of, making us wonder, thinking that Bane is Ra's al Ghul's son, and Bruce Wayne kind of like, taunting him, not knowing that the woman he loves is actually his enemy. And apparently has a thing for Bane, even though I'm pretty sure, he's pretty old. Bane looked like he was Bane looked like he could have been in his teens or like his 20s or something, and Talia looked like she was 5, so I thought that could have been off. But still, really, I thought that was a really nice twist to that, to Bane's backstory. And nice adding Talia's backstory to there. Which, by the way, I should have talked about this when I talked about the flaws, but it's not really a flaw, it's just like a minor issue with me. I really felt like they could have done more with Ra's al Ghul being in this movie. Because Liam Neeson shows up as a brief cameo. And, I would have loved it if that was actually Ra's al Ghul talking to Bruce Wayne in the cell. Like, he actually is there. I feel like that just been way more awesome. But, whatever. They're trying to go more realistic here. Now, on to, the whole thing with Officer Blake. Now, some people have problems that Blake is not Dick Grayson or Jason Todd, which wouldn't make sense. Jason never showed that he ever wanted to be a cop. Or Tim Drake. But I think it's very cool that, they did decide to just make his last name Robin, because that's really clever, actually. Because he has all three aspects that the three Robins had. He's a cop, like Dick Grayson. His father was a criminal, as he points out in the film, like Jason Todd. And he figured out Bruce Wayne's secret identity on his own, just like Tim Drake. So that's very cool that, they were able to do that, and it fits that his last name would be Robin, his real last name. We learned that he changed his name with his foster parents. So, yeah, and, I think it's pretty cool that, he does become Batman in the end of this film after Bruce Wayne fakes his death and leaves with Selina. I really think, he could be a really good Batman. And this movie could still be connected to the JLA film because of it. Like, instead of having Bruce Wayne, since, Christian Bale did say he wasn't really, planning to come back to the role of Batman, they could, use Joseph Gordon-Levitt to, be Batman in there as Blake. So I think that could really work too. Or if they do want to have like Christian Bale in here, they could say that that the JLA film takes place before Dark Knight Rises, which wouldn't really bring that much drama because he's gonna come back okay by the end of it. But who knows? That's all I gotta say here. I still stick to what I said about the film. It's an A minus. It's not as good as the last two, but it's still pretty damn good. If you're a Batman fan, check it out.